hands are notoriously some of the most difficult things to get consistent while drawing. They are heralded as like the bane of beginner artists, especially when it comes to form and line weight and how they are perceived in a 3D space and how awkward they are to draw and just how weird they look in general. So for the past 3 weeks, I have been drawing a page of hands every day, and I just kind of want to take you along with how I've progressed. So I also have a few stipulations, which is what I wrote for myself here. So I started at the beginning of January, February, March, beginning of April to April 22nd. And for my stipulations, at least 1 page per day. I can play catch up if I need to, because obviously it's final seasons. I was going to do weekly check-in videos at the end of each week. So the 7th, the 14th, and the 21st, the one I finished. And then I have to do them in pen, so I have to be very confident with my lines, and I have to be keeping track of which resources I use. So all of the sites that I use will be in the description of this. Yeah, I guess I'll see you on day 7. Hey, I kind of just wanted to go and explain really what I've been doing for the past 7 days and give kind of more weekly updates. So because I do plan to change obviously what I'm doing, because doing 21 days of the exact same thing I think would drive me a little bit crazy. But yeah. For the first 7 days, I am doing 30-second studies and really trying to get a hold of the forms and the silhouette of the hand. I'm looking more for quantity and not quality. So yeah, this is just a lot of chicken scratch and it looks very ugly. And then yesterday I also did the exact same thing where I was just like, I'm looking for forms, I'm looking for rough outlines, I'm not looking for detail. Like these two, I was doing detail and that took a lot of time, but like here, you can see that I'm just trying to get a lot more idea of what the general forms of the hands and the arms are. And then, yeah, going forward, these are like, I like the difference between like the top of the page and the bottom of the page, because you can definitely tell that like these are my warm-up hands as I go further down the page and they like get more detailed in most pages at least. But yeah, just like doing 30 seconds studies off of like line of action and stuff to really get a grasp of the form overall. And then, yeah, honestly, I think that's basically it. I will see you on the 14th. It is now the 14th, and I want to show you what I have been doing so far. Let's see, this should start on the 9th. There we go. I have changed from quantities to more of like looking for quality of hands. So it's doing a lot more detailed studies of all the different parts, splitting up them into bigger, more understandable shapes. Where yes, I was. Okay, want a better explanation. I was just like looking for bigger shapes, splitting them into bigger shapes here, but now going for more of a detailed look, writing notes to myself, really trying to get a grasp of all the different details, how the different planes of the hand interact. You can see here, I'm like, oh, the thumb is too wide. The angle of the thumb here is wrong. The pinky should be the same width, but not the same length as the other fingers most of the time. Especially, what I meant here is like from like the first joints, specifically. Because for the first joint, they're all the same, and then going out, it like thins down. Yeah. Here, I did a lot more hands because I had more time on the 10th. So yeah, this is also, I will say that April and May are kind of like the worst months to do art, especially in college, because I'm like, oh, I feel like a chicken with no head right now. I'm going crazy all the time. But yeah, just like, oh, this hand is really stiff looking, because I didn't, what I like to do going forward is really emphasize all the different joints that are part of the hand. And yeah, just like taking different notes to explain like, oh, what did I do wrong here? For example, here the fingers really looked way too long. Oh, it kind of looks fine if I cover up these of the bigger parts on the middle and index finger, but yeah, it does look very slinky. And then here, just like these all look a lot cleaner because I'm really trying to go for detail and artistry rather than just like chicken scratch and the overall silhouette. Yeah, I think I literally just wrote a mess here because it is. Yes, I got all the hands, I got all the fingers, and it looks fine-ish, but it's not clean. It's not confident, which is really what I'm trying to do here now. Building up confidence in knowing the form of the hand and replicating it in like different poses and different styles and different perspectives, which I think I did here. I appreciate this hand. I like this hand. Again, I wish it was a lot cleaner, but it was a difficult pose. So yeah, these two were definitely difficult poses. You can see I kept being like, no chicken scratch. The pinky is too far forward here. Yeah, I think this is definitely some of my best handwork, but I also like these. Yeah, I thought, looking back on some of these, they'd look a lot better than what I thought. Here, I'm just like trying to look at how other artists draw the hand and what shapes they use. So like a circle for the wrist and a cylinder for the arm. And then, wow, I'm losing breath. I haven't talked this much in so long. Yeah, just like doing other studies from other artists. And it's only been the 13th, so I probably will be doing another time lapse for the 14th. And well, I will see you later, I guess on the 21st, and that'll probably be the end, huh? It is now day 20. Well, okay, it's the 24th. It's actually the 24th, but for the purposes of this video, it's going to be day 20. Oh gosh. Okay. For the purposes of this video, it's going to be day 21. So what's really changed since last time is kind of nothing. So I was still focusing on, okay, hold on. I really need to move this mic placement. So what's actually changed? Not a lot. I tended to start being a lot more confident. This one was actually, I guess, kind of more of a theme day since I was working on how hands look displayed. Yeah, I was just kind of going through the motions at this point because I was having a lot of tests sometimes. This is really when day 17 kind of was when I really started getting a lot more confident with hands. As you can see, my forms are getting a lot better, and just my general drawings are getting a lot more confident. And I feel like, yeah, everything's kind of just getting, it's a lot easier for me to draw hands now, actually. Yeah, it's these, in my opinion, these two look incredibly good, especially considering where we started from, where like, even on the first day of me taking it slower, my hands really weren't that confident or competent. Now they're like, it's very clear and clean as to which lines are supposed to be part of the hand, whereas like chicken scratch, you know. Yeah, I will meet you in the outro. Retrospectively, all of this really did genuinely help my drawings. It kind of, doing these damn hand pages kind of got me out of art block, really. It got me back into like the mood of doing art and like being able to, they served as warm-ups more than anything, as well as having the additional effect of, I guess, me finally kind of getting how hands are supposed to look, and that has really reflected in some of the drawings I've been doing lately. So 100% would consider doing this again, probably next time with faces or hair, or I don't know. Yeah. Comment what your favorite type of jewelry is, and wait, okay. So actually, I don't want you to comment that. I want you to comment what OC ideas for art fight. I'm hopefully going to do art fight this year, since I'm a lot less busy this summer than last summer. Yeah. Okay. I'll see you next time.